All right, man. So, as many of y'all have known or heard about this Shannon Sharpe incident, man, Uncle Shay, man, what he got going on out here on in the media, dealing with this OF worker. This is crazy though. The story is crazy. So we're gonna tap into this because I like the way this dude explains it. So shout out to homie. I'm gonna look his name up real quick. But I like how he break it down. So, oh, you see his info right there. Excuse me. So, I like how he breaks his stuff down. But this Shannon Sharpe stuff is ridiculous. Uncle Shay, he know he too old to be going through this shit. Should have been married, bruh. Or, not doing this right here. But this is wild. Anyhow, we can tap in. Like how homie breaks it down again. Shout out to him.
Marcel Swally, that dude. Let's go deeper on this Shannon Sharpe SA case. The best storytellers remember what to forget when they're telling a story, right? And for the sake of attention span and our time, I'm not going to go into all the details of the text being leaked, the audio of Shannon Sharpe allegedly going to choke Gabriela Zuniga, the Shannon statement that he read on video, the lawyer statements that we've read. We're all consumed with this because we all love sports. We love sports media. We love Shannon Sharpe, etc. We also love justice as well. So let me take you to the two smoking guns in this case. One, Shannon Sharpe even mentioned, was the fact that there's a video out there. Edited or unedited is the conversation, but there's a video that's going to try to frame Shannon Sharpe. The other one is there's a text message that really can give fuel to this case if you're the plaintiff, Gabriela Zuniga. So let's start here, because I think the spirit of the relationship changed when that audio on Instagram Live was leaked September 11th, 2024, last year, right? So remember, that happened, and supposedly they were in a relationship, at least to Gabriela, and she...
Bruh, how you in a relationship with a 19-year-old, bruh? Like, they said when they met, she was 19 years old. Come on, bruh. Shay damn near 60, ain't he? Ain't he? Come on, bro. Anyhow, I like how you break this shit down. Watch.
mentions two dates in October and January of SA, right? So after September and that violation to their relationship, the spirit of their relationship changed. Now let's fast forward to December. Because if you go to December, you can see some of the exchanges, and it's a lot of guilt being placed from Gabriela to Shannon for cheating on her. Then we get to this, and it gets gangsta. January 1st, there's a lot of conversation about money. And the money goes from $10,000 to $50,000. I can show you all these texts, but we'll be here all day. Point being, there's a lot of back and forth between Shannon Sharpe and Gabriela about money. And she's demanding it, basically, going from $10,000 to $25,000 a cheek, and sending some news.
It's so wild, too, how these text messages get out so quick when money's involved. Like, you'll see, but they've already got these texts just, I'd be embarrassed, bruh. But her texts are wild. So for this to be a SA case, it's crazy because how do you say all those things via text, and then all of a sudden it's not that? But I know it's deeper than that. So let's get back to it.
Etc. Show me the money. Cash App. I ain't got Cash App. Well, you're gonna have to show me a picture of the money, etc. But then this is where it gets sticky. You get to this.
This is what
if you
I've
can't
seen.
read it, I'll read it for you.
This is what I've seen online.
This is from Gabriela to Shannon. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my bum. And you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Then she follows it up with, I don't know how to process this. And then Shannon follows up and says, can I call you later? Now, we're going to spend a little time on this part because this is a bad thing if you're Shannon Sharpe because of this. One, you can smell that this is for record. You can smell that this, if you want.
Yes, exactly. Like she knew what she was doing with these messages, and probably looking for a reaction back, or for him to, fall into the shit. As far as conversation via text, which he's smarter than that. It looked like he said, "Can I call you later?" Yeah.
Go there is
Crazy.
for the setup. This is for the shakedown.
Yeah.
Or you can say, oh no, she's just being explicit and she's just being open, and that's their relationship. But this is where I'm like, oh man. You say all of this, and it's pretty detailed, but I cried. Okay, so you're gonna show some emotional distress when you left, because I begged, okay, you to put a condom on. So showing that, hey, there was conversation and I was explicit, I was adamant about it, okay? Walk with me, because at the end of this video, you're gonna understand why I'm breaking this one text down. And not put it in my and you didn't listen, okay? So now we're showing defiance. I don't care what our history is, no means no. Right there, you can stop, right?
Yeah.
Nail the coffin, right? Dead to rights. You can say all of that, but then this is where it gets, Shannon. Okay, don't make any mistakes, no confusion. I'm talking to Shannon Sharpe on this one, okay? So this message could be clipped, framed, and this could be the whole case right here. Okay, let's get up out of there.
When your dog hears the call of the wild, have the right fuel to answer. Blue Wilderness Chicken, with 30% more protein than Purina Pro Plan chicken, is formulated to give your dog the energy they need to take on the wild with you. Blue Wilderness, stay wild.
So that's January 2nd. All of a sudden, early February,
Man.
you get a demand letter. That's what, remember we talked about this last video. There's only two paths. There's a demand letter, and then we're gonna mediate quietly, or there's no demand letter and we're gonna talk about this and have a settlement publicly. Or we're gonna go to trial. This one I think is going to trial, y'all, because of what happens during this process in February. The demand letter sent from her lawyer, Bugsby. Mediation with different lawyers. This is interesting. Shannon had different lawyers for a 6-week mediation. Now, meanwhile, think about it. This is February to April, because in April, all of a sudden, we all know about this case that's been filed. So February, March, to get us to now. Shannon's offering her 10 plus million or 10 million minimum, plus million. Could have been 10, it could have been more, according to his new lawyer, who wasn't there for this negotiation like the old lawyers were.
Yeah, see, brother in his bag with this. He in his bag, but I'm gonna go back. There's some other clips, some other little clips that I came across that I want y'all to see real quick. I'm not fucking with Gil. Where is it at? You do, I do. This is what Stephen A had to say too, though. Check this.
All right, everybody. And of course, iHeartRadio. Just use promo in the show and what have you. The millions of down. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony of last year. In response, the suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional was sued on Sunday. Today's a different day because of where I have to get started and where I have to finish. There's only going to be one subject discussed today, and it's where we're getting started. It's involving some news that broke yesterday involving Shannon Sharpe, my colleague at ESPN, and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 20.
The thing is, I'm shocked Stephen A, because he works with him, I'm shocked he's even taking this on. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. I'm shocked he's even taking this story on, considering that's his colleague. Like, they work together. And I don't know how that looked to me. I'd be like, damn, man, you put all my shit out there like that? But I guess as Stephen A., that's just his job, I guess.
24 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z and P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z
And that minor was supposed to be 13. That's loose.
Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media.
That just kind of made it sound like Shannon out here wilding. He was like, it's not the same person. I don't know why he said that, but you can look at it two different ways. I don't know.
Today and released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him and the Jane Doe. In addition to that, they issued the following statement, quote, "This lawsuit, filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed," end quote. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, sent TMZ Sports a 1 minute and 36-second clip of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon. In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation. And
Why Unc out here recording? Like, what he on out here, bro? He famous. He out here just setting himself up. He recording.
that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Well,
They know what they're doing.
it's a sad situation. Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week.
This wild, but yeah, man, you get the point. And
Shannon
everybody's
Sharpe
take
is
on
somebody
this
that
is
I brought to
wild.
ESPN.
Like, everybody's take is different, bro.
Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting.
I wonder what Kwame Brown got to say about it. That's what I
But
want.
since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely.
Goodness.
And I can't thank.
Well, we now know that Shannon Sharpe did try to settle with his accuser for at least $10 million. This was revealed yesterday by his attorney in a phone call that they had with a bunch of different media outlets. But prior to this phone call, and I believe what sparked the phone call was the fact that there was this audio released by TMZ. But in the audio is a phone call between the accuser and Shannon Sharpe. Let's take a listen to the phone call.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
How old is that girl?
You said what?
How old is she?
Damn, that sounds so loose, and it ain't a good look. But see, they role played too. So in my head, I'm trying to say maybe that was part of their role play. That was a build up session. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way she said, "I don't want to be choked." It sounds like, man, I don't know, man. This is wow. Shay in trouble though.
She's in her early 20s now.
So like what, 21, right? 21?
Yeah, she was in 2023. She was 19. So
Like, so it's like 21, 22.
yeah.
She looks like she's like 12, 13,
I need to
14.
see. I have not seen the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Show just her.
Oh, wow.
Shannon Sharpe better call ICE.
Show another photo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you gonna have to call ICE in a minute.
She on her way to class right there.
She does.
Jesus.
She does look like a young college
She gonna
student.
get detained on the way
She
to
looks
class.
like, she looks like a college
Oh,
student.
wow. Yeah.
So what happened was after this audio was released, at the same time, literally moments apart, Shannon Sharpe then released a video statement. And in the video statement, he is addressing...
And she's 22, by the way.
22 now. He's addressing what he believes is about to happen, but he doesn't address the audio. Let's take a listen to his video that he posted, Shannon Sharpe.
This is a shakedown.
Yeah,
This is all being
seen that part.
orchestrated.
We already seen that part. Let's see. They said academic said something.
They got me feeling like
Academic
right? Tony Busby's back. The lawyer who went after Sean.
Shannon Sharpe was about to sign this Shannon Sharpe $100 million deal, right?
This always happens.
It was supposed to be like almost like a,
academics be taking it. Oh yeah, like he researched King Bowl. He already know. He said Shannon Sharpe. He know where to go. So that's another reason I like to tap in and listen to academics too, bro.
deal that maybe seemingly would be kind of close to what we were hearing is being done with Pat McAfee, right? Where there might be some syndication on the network of like ESPN, but he was going to be allowed to do his thing, and you know what I mean, they're just taking they're taking advantage of this whole Club SHAY thing that's really popular, right? Obviously, shit. I'm wondering if Cat Williams sit back and says, "Yo, I know my episode alone increased the value of whatever you would have got at least by like $30 million. Nigga, slide me five, nigga. What's up? You get what I'm saying? But anyway, there was reports that he was nearing a historic $100 million deal for the Club SHAY podcast. And then this comes out of the blue, which, by the way, you know, now you guys can kind of, you get the drift. They're going to try to drop these lawsuits to try to embarrass you, to fuck up deals. And it usually comes out at times after they've tried to get you to pay or extort you beforehand, right?
And commentator, brand new lawsuit filed against Shannon Sharpe. We got a copy of it right here. It was filed out in Nevada. We're going to go over it. But Shannon Sharpe, in case you don't know who he is, he played 14 seasons in the NFL with the Denver Broncos, the Baltimore Ravens. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. After he retired, he spent time as a sports commentator and analyst. You might remember that he co-hosted Skip and Shannon Undisputed with Skip Bayless from 2016 to 2023. Bayless and his then employer, by the way, Fox Sports, they faced their own accusations of sexual misconduct in a separate filing from earlier this year.
These men out here wilding. What the fuck?
Here on Sidebars.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the allegations. I'm laughing like, what do they think? What they think this is out here? Like what they got going on? They are wilding. I'm laughing more so on that. Like, sheesh, shocked.
Now, Sharpe is part of the sports podcast space. He hosts two shows, Club SHAY and Nightcap. In fact, You remember his interview with comedian Cat Williams in January 2024 on Club SHAY? That helped spark, I should say, a renewed interest in Sean Diddy Combs and his alleged bad behavior at his infamous parties. Got a lot of people talking.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that I was telling you about.
Why they bleep tight hole?
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did.
But now it's Shannon Sharpe who's in the spotlight for his own accusations of abuse. Because on Monday morning, Texas attorney Tony Busby announced on his Instagram that he'd filed a $50 million lawsuit in Nevada court against Sharpe. On Instagram, he wrote in part, "I'm extremely proud to represent..."
Let me read the whole thing. Late last night, the Busby law firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleges she was brutally sexually assaulted by the former NFL player, Shannon Sharpe, on multiple occasions. The last incident occurred in January 2025. The lawsuit under the pseudonym Jane Doe lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and abuse, including allegations of Sharpe repeatedly threatening to choke and slap her. The case seeks $50 million in damages. The case is on file in Department 11, Clark County State Court, Nevada. The county where the alleged conduct occurred. The egregious and concerning facts of the case are set forth in detail in the public filing. I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court.
Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money.
He should have listened to what Monique said to him.
What's hot?
Should have listened to
What's
this.
hot? This dating thing, because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say? What you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Facts.
Now this
His
is
ass
where I
all
like to
switched it up right now.
in the midst of these type of conversations,
all
right?
switched it up right now.
Shannon,
Man, what y'all think about that though? I think he should have. No. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is he screwed? Or is he about to lose all his deals? Is he about to lose his show? Is he up out of here? What do y'all think? It's civil though, so they said it. I think with the civil stuff, there's no jail time in there. It's more so just about it's gonna come down to money. What would y'all think that means for his businesses and brands? One, and do y'all think this comes up and it isn't intentional? Is there something beyond? Is there a reason it came up now? But again, man, we got to be more careful, brothers. Getting this money, getting this bag, and it's all the same. Y'all think y'all can do whatever y'all want? Nah, bro. And they on everybody. They on everybody right now too. Boy, what? Y'all better go sit down somewhere. Like Monique just said, bro. You got to go sit down, bro. Anyhow, that's what that's my take on this. Just putting it out there, like what y'all. I just want to know what the people, what the masses are thinking about right now, man. As far as, is it a wrap? Is he going to be off these damn airwaves? Anyhow, till next time, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate the likes and shares. Definitely please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so we can keeping this thing popping and keep it moving. But until next time, man, we out of here. Peace.